I just witnessed something that really caught my attention. And you two guys know who you are. I didn't tell you who I was. But you just bailed out of here at the Gower subway. I've been coming. I used to work right down the street. Let's see if we can do this. See where it says, you got cables and other things that are restraining me a little here. Where it says Paramount over there, which is also part of the Viacom complex, which used to be CBS Columbia Square and Columbia Recording Studios and KNX AM and KNX FM, or KCBS as it is now, or KNX FM when I ran it, and then we changed it to what was it, KODJ before it flipped to Jag FM. I've done broadcast since I was 10. I started in northern Michigan. I had a lot of government in my family. Judges, attorneys, presidents, heads of political parties, third generation to the White House. A lot of things that they would like you not to know. I've been forced to work in high-level government intelligence for too many years. Dating back to when I was working for the networks. I was working in high-level government intelligence. Consulting. I mean, I had interactions with the White House and literally the White House, because people were running for president, they had to stop by and see my mom. She was the chairman of the political party in northern Michigan, and help get presidents and governors and senators and damn everybody else elected that were running on that ticket. One thing I've learned over time is that they all lie. They have this fun thing they call spin control in government, and if you stand down or whatever, it's shut up, this never happened, and if you ever talk about it, your life will be terminated quickly, or will turn your life upside down, will make you look to the world as if you're insane, because of course Uncle Sam would never be dysfunctional, and we don't waterboard, snicker on U.S. soil, but once you step onto government property, son, you're now not on U.S. soil. You're on Uncle Sam's property. And you play by their rules, whether you like them or not. If they say, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, you better conform. That's if you're a government employee. If you're a federal contractor, like I've always been, never been a government employee, I wouldn't work for the government. It's too fucking corrupt for me and too screwed up. Uncle Sam and governments around the world, it's not just the American government, there's dysfunction in every country's government. Corruption, backdoor kickback deals, stuff that goes under the board and under the table, like, when Kurt Kelly had to sign his life away with 4 countries about not going back to Mexico anymore because they didn't like the footage he was getting between, certain peoples loading certain things on certain ships. And you know what, guys? From infinity to infinity, the truth hurts, but the truth will always be revealed. And wasn't it Eisenhower, a Republican, before Kennedy stopped in and you guys whacked him, that was talking about beware of the military militia and military buildup of the military complex back in 1959. Kennedy came in and kind of dovetailed on that. Same thing from Republican to Democrat. Gee, it crossed party lines. How amazing how that works. But you did whack a few Kennedys there and make another one. He set up on some real BS charges. And then, whacked a few more Kennedys. Right, Ed? Much more? Love that call I got from the FBI as I'm crossing Mulholland Drive on a Saturday. Yeah, what Ed does the FBI in New York need today? You sure you're not in New York? Blah, 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 bull. And after a few minutes of inane stuff that was really starting to send me over a cliff, I reminded him I was about to cross Mulholland and my signal would drop. So if he wanted to get to the point, he said, yeah, turn on KFWB. Your cousin won't be running for Senate because he crashed his plane today. But per Hillary's assistant, through verified sources, confirmed, Hillary got a little nervous, and Dr. George reported and said, hey, JFK Jr. is going to run, and if he does, it'll mess up the plan. And, don't worry, Daddy, I'll fix it. Air Force One dropped into his terminal for a few hours the night before he departed. Spent a couple hours there off the books. More will be revealed, but my point is, stop biding your time, pull your head out of your derriere, and we should sit down and talk about world peace. But I know me to get a call from the White House at this point would be like, finding a silver dollar from 1804. But I did. Go figure. And it's even been documented with other sources, because they were Senate. I don't need you guys tearing my stuff apart, trying to find things like that. You will not find the things you look for when you rob me. You will try and get intelligence that's so scrambled, you would need more than a Russian hack team to get it. I am tighter than Fort Knox encryption. So unless you expect someone to hack through Fort Knox in the near future, you should stop screwing with Uncle Kurt's intel. But, keep doing what you're doing, because that is going to shut things down for more than you could ever imagine. There are so many things written in my base codes and other codes that you brilliant jackasses haven't figured out. And honestly, never will. Maybe it's a good thing you haven't been fortunate all the attempts of my life are the times you actually sent me to the morgue. And I find it no irony that when I wake up in the morgue, that there's no forms of life support, drips, drops, air, paddles, anything to sustain life, which in my medical orders at UCLA, where I ended up DOA more than once, and at other institutions and on public file, it's a resuscitate order, and talk to my office in Detroit and talk to Bill, and he'll tell you what to do from there. And if anyone fails that order anytime now or in the future, like you did recently at UCLA, get ready to me lighten you up like more than a shitstorm. You will follow the directives I have put in my long-term plans, and if you don't, the catastrophic things that will happen beyond your wildest imagination will come true. And that's not a threat. That's an MF promise. I am playing, and I'm done with the bullshit. So it's time you get it straight, and we sit down and straighten some messes up. Because if we don't, the shitstorm is going to come before your grave, and you're going to have to be accountable for it. Because if your grave comes first, it's even worse. Dang, now what do you want to do?